I'm Vlontis,
And I'm Zeebs.
and we're going to go over what we think are some of the nicest looking discs you'd find on retro games. This video is pretty different than something you've seen on YouTube before, so we decided to be among the first to go over them.
There's a fair share of CD games out there that have shit artwork on the cases, but you'd be surprised to find out that the discs are surprisingly nice and mostly overlooked. I'm talking about you, Sweetie them. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. And one more thing. We don't own every single PS1, Dreamcast, PS2, and GameCube game out there, so we'll likely miss a lot of games with sexy discs. Also, neither of us are getting into the original Xbox or newer generations because neither of us collect the Xbox, and including the newer gens will make this video 3 times longer. On to the list.
Sonic Adventure is one of the launch titles on the Dreamcast, meaning that it's buggy as hell. Despite this, the game is still pretty fun for a 3D Sonic game, and the artwork is nice as well. Coming out on both the GameCube and the Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is a nice twist on your classic Sonic titles, on top of some nice artwork and a killer soundtrack. Not to sugarcoat things, Darkstone is a shitty game, but when I first opened the case, I did notice the nice artwork on the disc, and it's probably the sole thing I like about the game. Also, I really like how the back of PS1 discs are black.
Road Rash is literally the Final Fantasy VII motorcycle chase, but with super rage cutscenes with dirty men in jeans grabbing a cute lady. Otherwise, it's a good early PS1 racing game. Of all the Grand Theft Autos, I was surprised to see how stylish the disc of Vice City looked. The sleek black background, mixing with the pink palm tree in the back and sexy lady make for some eye candy as you start up the game. This game is ridiculously difficult, or maybe I just suck ass at these tank control games. Anyways, great looking early cel shaded game with a rare 4 discs, all sporting their own unique colors and main characters from the game, which I thought was a nice touch.
First off, if you own a GameCube but don't own Luigi's Mansion, fuck you. In all seriousness, it's a great game with simple artwork that goes well with the tone of the game. Heart of Darkness is a really fucking hard 2D puzzle action platform with really smooth animations, good artwork, and some nice discs to boot. One of many PS1 hidden gems. Klonoa Door to Phantom Isle is a fantastic 2.5D platformer with nice animations and great music. The disc is nothing short of amazing. Sadly, this game costs a small fortune right now, and the price is only going up.
Now we'll dive into some of our imports. I do collect and love the almighty 2D warmonger that's the Saturn, and we all know that most of the good games come from the mighty country that is home to the takoyaki. I'm not sure why of all the games I bought Last Bronx, but I'll say that the 2 discs inside look a lot more sleek and stylish than the localized counterpart. This game is, in my humble opinion, the best pinball video game that I've ever played yet. Beautiful, bright 2D graphics have aged so well, and not to mention the fact that this game also has a killer soundtrack. Nothing short of amazing for a random imported pinball game. Yet another hugely hidden gem, based off of the anime under the same name, Ghost in the Shell is one of the best original PlayStation games that I have played yet. The artwork is gorgeous as well as the disc, and it really deserved more recognition than it got.
Silhouette Mirage is a slightly pricey hidden gem on the PS1 that I recently picked up. This game is a really interesting platformer, and how you defeat enemies is based on the direction of your character. It's a really cool concept. The game has some good graphics with some decent cutscenes, with the proverbial cherry on top being the nice artwork of this game. Space Channel 5 is a weird-ass rhythm game on the Dreamcast with relatively catchy music and some nice artwork. There are better rhythm games out there, but if you're a Dreamcast owner and are looking for something new, this could be what you need. Now a surprise candidate here is God of War 2. Fuck, this disc is really cool. And no, not this lame-ass game disc. I'm talking about the special effects disc. This thing is sexy as fuck. I guess
I'm sorry about that. Anyways, Skies of Arcadia is a well-respected RPG of the Dreamcast with an excellent cast of characters and fucking pirate ship battles. It's hard not to fall in love with this game. The double discs look really nice together and have a sweet bright neon color, similar to a few other Dreamcast games I've seen recently. A game that's almost too similar to Resident Evil in my opinion, but it was also made by Capcom, so it doesn't really matter, comes Dino Crisis. However, the new theme of dinosaurs really does spice up the game and make it stand out for the fact that it is a clone. There's enough new meat here to make another memorable survivor horror experience on the PS1. A sequel to the famous racing game Driver, which I found to be slightly less fun than the first, however. But if there's one thing they did step up their game on, is the goddamn disc artwork. The first game looks like literally blue waffles on the disc, but the newer game actually looks nice with the main driver on it.
Now I'm going to try to get through this one without a bias, because besides Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, this game is my favorite game ever. Seriously, it's fucking great. Get out there and get yourself a sealed copy for $10. This JRPG has great gameplay, good graphics, amazing artwork, and one of the best damn soundtracks I've ever heard from a video game. Got this guy a little while back, and sad to say I haven't really played much of it. However, from what I have played, I can tell that the gameplay not only looks good, but it's pretty fun. The artwork on the disc and the case are also pretty damn impressive. Daytona Tundi Yahoo Deluxe Pack, damn what a mouthful, is a fairly cheap vertical cute-em-up Saturn import with really catchy music. Also, the back of the manual is literally just jelly beans. What a win.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even gotten around to playing this game yet, but I've heard great things about it, so I'm actually curious to see how fun it really is in your guys' opinions. Regardless of that, not having played it doesn't mean I can't appreciate the sexy red disc of the game. I was really surprised because similar to the front artwork is dookie. Like Vlon over there gasming over Persona 4, I have a fair share of nerdgasms daily with Persona 3 because it's probably my favorite game of all time. Anyways, I love the disc because it's the school patch that every character wears on their school uniform. I guarantee if you play the game, you'd get it and appreciate it just as much as I do. I swear to God, this game is an acid trip. It's another racing game similar to the likes of Crash Team Racing, Speed Punks, and of course Mario Kart 64. This game is full of crazy colors and smooth animations, and it really feels like you're in an animation in and of itself. I'd say it's worth the purchase because it's really cheap, and the case and disc also have really nice artwork. Definitely a hidden gem.
Thousand Arms is a pretty rare PS1 RPG with interesting dating elements. Persona. As you progress through the relationships you have with the girls in the game, you both become stronger in battle. Persona. This game has 2 discs with really nice artwork. Similar to a Metal Gear Solid type game, Siphon Filter is a mission-based game where you can incinerate people with a fucking grappling hook. Great disc artwork that reminds me of The Matrix. Pretty much one of the best artworks on the list, and one of the reasons we decided to do this type of video. Wild 9 is a mid-era PS1 action platformer similar to Klonoa. It's a 2.5D platformer with smooth animations, and it's really just satisfying to wreck all your enemies. This artwork is the cream of the crop of our list.
This game is another cheap classic RPG that came out just before Final Fantasy VII. This game is full of charm and for the most part still looks really nice, besides the ugly polygonal fight scenes. Also, the music in this game is oral eargasm. This game has to be one of the most artsy and colorful discs I've ever seen. Besides the fact that it's a mediocre Crash Bandicoot ripoff that's for the Dreamcast, the disc and artwork both shine. The disc has a sexy hot pink color with the stuffed animal getting hanged? Wonderful. Now without further ado, what I've been hinting to the whole video comes Suikoden. A pretty good RPG that I'd like to go further into in a separate video, but for now, let's all make fun of the front artwork. But the artwork redeems itself on the disc. I mean, come on. I think it's gorgeous, and it might just be the sexiest disc of any game I've ever seen.